Your body creates fever, and you immediately try to stop it. You take ibuprofen or aspirin, anything to bring your temperature down, because you've been taught that fever is dangerous, that fever is the problem, that your body is overreacting and needs to be controlled. But fever is not the problem. Fever is the solution. Your body is creating an internal fire to burn out what doesn't belong. And when you suppress that fire, you're stopping your body's purification process before it's complete. Let me tell you what fever actually is and why you need to stop interfering with it. When your body detects something foreign, a virus, bacteria, damaged cells, toxic accumulation, your immune system releases pyrogens. These are chemicals that signal your hypothalamus to raise your body's temperature set point. Your body then generates heat through muscle contractions. That's why you get chills and shiver. Vasoconstriction to conserve heat and increase metabolic rates. Your temperature rises. And here's what happens at elevated temperature. Most pathogens cannot survive above 102 to 103 degree Fahrenheit. Viruses and bacteria have optimal temperature ranges. When your body raises the temperature beyond that range, you are literally creating an environment where invaders cannot replicate, cannot survive, and cannot function. Your immune system works better at higher temperatures. White blood cells become more active. Antibody production increases. Your immune response accelerates. And the slight temperature increase gives your immune cells a competitive advantage over the pathogens. Damaged and infected cells are marked for destruction. Fever creates stress that healthy cells can tolerate, but compromised cells cannot. Your body is using heat to identify and eliminate what's weak, what's infected, what needs to die so you can regenerate. That is not random. This is not your body going haywire. This is precision medicine. Your body knows exactly what temperature to create, how long to maintain it, and what it's targeting for elimination. Fever is intelligent incineration. Your body is burning out what doesn't belong. Now here's what happens when you suppress fever with medication. You bring the temperature down. The pathogens that were being destroyed by the heat, they survive. They get a reprieve. They continue replicating. Your immune system that was operating at peak efficiency, it slows down. The advantage it had is gone. Studies show that suppressing fever with medication actually prolongs illness. Children given fever reducers stay sick longer than children allowed to run a fever. The body takes longer to clear the infection because you interrupted the process. You feel better temporarily because the discomfort of fever is gone, but you haven't addressed why the fever existed. The threat is still there. So either the fever comes back or your body has to fight the infection through a slower, less efficient route. And here's what's most important. Chronic, low-grade inflammation, the kind that destroys your health over years, is often the result of your body never being allowed to complete its acute inflammatory responses. When you constantly suppress fever, suppress inflammation, suppress symptoms with medication, you're teaching your body that it cannot use its most powerful healing tools. So it shifts to chronic, low-level inflammatory states that drag on indefinitely because the acute purification was never completed. You trade temporary discomfort for long-term dysfunction. Now, I'm not saying never address a fever. There are times when medical intervention is necessary. Very high fevers in infants, fevers lasting more than 5 days, fevers with severe symptoms like difficulty breathing or altered consciousness. Use discernment. But for most fevers, the ones that come with common viral infections, the ones that range from 100 to 103 degree, the ones your body creates to fight what it detected, your job is not to suppress. Your job is to support. So hydrate. Your body is burning fuel and losing water through sweating. Give it clean water, herbal teas, electrolytes, and rest. Fever is energy intensive. Your body needs all available resources directed toward the immune response. So sleep and be still. Don't eat heavily. Digestion requires enormous energy. When you're feverish, your body is saying all energy to immune function. Honor that. Use light broths, easily digestible foods, or just liquids. And trust. Trust that your body knows what it's doing. Trust that the discomfort has purpose. Trust that the fever will break when the job is done. Your body has been creating fevers to survive infections for millions of years. It knows how to do this. Your fever is not your enemy. Your fever is intelligent purification. Your body is creating internal fire to burn out what doesn't belong, like pathogens, damaged cells, toxic accumulation. And when you suppress that fire before the job is complete, you're stopping your body's healing process. The next time you feel fever rising, before you reach for medication, ask, what is my body trying to eliminate? And how can I support this process instead of stopping it? Your body knows what it's doing. Stop interfering. If this shifted how you see fever, drop a comment below. Your body is burning out what doesn't belong. Let it finish.